Hi everyone, delonewolf here and welcome to cisi, the test server for EVE Online. In today's video I'm going to take a quick look at an update that CCP is working on. It is to add contracts to the citadels, which is actually really goddamn important to bring them up to par with station services, especially if people want to try and create something like a player controlled trade hub. Then they need the ability to make contracts in citadels, but also to bring courier contracts to citadels, and so that is what CCP is actively working on at the moment. I'll quickly show this to you guys on this one. So I am in the public store, which is a citadel that CCP deployed on the test server. At least here chances are good that I'll be able to keep docking here, because that is of course the biggest problem when it comes to courier contracts. What do you do when someone all of a sudden restricts your docking access, or if it blows up? Yeah, from what I've read so far, they actually have a plan for that. It's just still in testing, internal testing, and it's not implemented yet. But just to show it off here, I put some Inferno missiles in the item hanger. I can now right click and then I can create a contract, which gives me the typical contract window where I can do an item exchange, an auction, or a courier. I can again set that public, private, etc. But let's make a quick item exchange here. So I'm going to exchange 5,000 of these Inferno light missiles. I want to receive 10,000 ISK for that. I've got 2 weeks as an expiration date. Also request item from buyers. I'm not going to do that. Test 03. Because I've actually been taking a quick look at what's possible here already. Then just press next, finish, yes, and there you go. This your contract is created. An important part here though, current system station may be inaccessible, so they put a little bit of a warning on the contract right here, showing that someone may not have docking rights when it comes to the citadel itself. It's basically the tip that's going to give you the idea that you are looking at a contract that is set up inside a citadel. So what will they actively do in order to make, or what are they going to do to try and fix contracts that are issued to or inside citadels where you don't have docking access? I think there's a lot of possibilities there, considering the asset safety system. So let's go to the top station here quickly and show you guys courier contracts to the Keepstar Citadel. But as I've said, with the asset safety system, I think that they could try to implement something like that, where if a courier contract, for instance, is set up to a station, a citadel that you don't have access to, that you can somehow get that to switch to like the closest high-sec station or the closest same true-sec station, something like that. I think is definitely a possibility, but we'll see what CCP is cooking up. It is definitely a pretty complex problem, but something that CCP is working on to address. And so you already saw me actually make a contract inside the citadel. That seems to be working all right, and it's going to be a major boost to citadel activity. It would, for instance, allow me to contract out blueprint copies that I create. I think not so much inside the citadels, but inside production and research facilities, something like that can be very handy. If they can't make the special library hanger that I would like to see, then of course contracts is going to be the next best thing, where I can actually try to sell some blueprint copies of stuff that is producible inside my own production facility. Could be really cool. So next step, let's take a quick look at a courier contract to the public store there. So I again take some Inferno missiles. I take right click, create contract. This time I'm gonna do a courier. I can over here right select whatever you want. You can still add it if you want to, but here the search function doesn't work just yet. So if I press FD, for instance, you can, whoops, let's just go like that. All I get are the NPC stations or the outposts, I think, inside the system that you're looking for. So no searching of citadels just yet, but there is a workaround at the moment that already works. You can go to your asset tab if you want to test this out. Then you can grab the public store where I have some assets, and then I can just drag it over here, and now I can do You need like a minimum collateral of 1,000 ISK, so let's just put 5,000 ISK on this one. Call that test04, press next, and there we go. It's actually going to go to the public store. If I press on this, oh no, just get the information. I can set destination and all of that works there, so that's pretty good. And then we can just press finish. Yes, there we go. This time we again have a courier contract from the Intaki Bank to the public store, where you can also set destination if you want to, and the costs and all of that stuff. Again, station may be inaccessible. That is pretty important. Show route, of course, just gonna show the system itself. Zooming. FD, inside FD. Can I actually see the route inside FD itself? That would be cool. No, so it doesn't show here to the citadel. That doesn't show up, but all right. So it seems to be working already. There are probably still some bugs that needs to be fixed, but it's good to know that CCP is working on that. And with a bit of luck, I mean, it's the test server, everything is subject to change, but with a bit of luck, we may see contracts make their entrance in August. Finally, I'll show you guys the contracts. So get my own contracts here. Obviously, you can see what I'm doing on TQ, which is I'm trying to sell a lot of these blueprints, but here they are. So you've got a couple of courier contracts. I also made one to somewhere different. I think it was from FD to ACU. So this is just another. The 40 McFort phase is another citadel that I have some assets in on test, and so I could make a courier contract to that. Now I can also show you guys the route function. It takes a little bit of time to load apparently. Let's see if I can actually zoom in on that, but there you go. Now you can actually see the entire route going through here towards the citadel, where I've set up the other contract. But yeah, very good news in my opinion. Contracts coming to the Citadel, hopefully soon, hopefully free of bugs. So if you want to help out, feel free to come to CC, do a little bit of testing. CCP would definitely appreciate it, but I just wanted to share with you guys that it is finally coming. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you all next time.